Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are well. It's another beautiful day, and we are here doing a Course in Miracles lessons. And the lesson for today is lesson 85. And it's once again a review, and the review is for lesson 69 and lesson 70. So let's get right on it. And lesson 69. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. My grievances show me what is not there, and hide from me what I would see. Recognizing this, what do I want my grievances for? They keep me in darkness and hide the light. Grievances and light cannot go together, but light and vision must be joined for me to see. To see, I must lay grievances aside. I want to see, and this will be the means by which I will succeed. Specific applications for this idea might be made in these forms. Let me not use this as a block to sight. The light of the world will shine all this away. I have no need for this. I want to see. Okay, that was lesson 69. Now let's do lesson 70. My salvation comes from me. Today I will recognize where my salvation is. It is in me because its source is there. It has not left its source, and so it cannot have left my mind. I will not look for it outside of myself. It is not found outside and that brought in. But from within me it will reach beyond, and everything I see will but reflect the light that shines in me and in itself. These forms of ideas are suitable for more specific applications. Let this not tempt me to look away from me for my salvation. I will not let this interfere with my awareness of the source of my salvation. This has no power to remove salvation from me. Okay, so those were the two ideas to review, lesson 69 and lesson 70. And let's go right ahead and dive a little bit deeper into lesson 69. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. So what I want to do first and foremost is first go to the meaning of grievances again. I've done it in the past, and I think it's important that we remind ourselves what grievances mean. And here's the definition. A real or imagined wrong or other cause for complaint or protest, especially unfair treatment. Another form of the definition is an official statement of complaint over something believed to be wrong or unfair. And the last one here is a feeling of resentment over something believed to be wrong or unfair. So if we look at the definition again closely, we realize that it says, for the first definition, it said a real or imagined. And the other two, it said something believed to be wrong. So both meanings, all three meanings of grievances have either an imagined or a believed wrong. So it's something that is based on your perception. So if you perceive it to be wrong, then it's going to be wrong for you. That doesn't necessarily mean that it is the truth. So just to keep that in mind. So let's get back to the lesson. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. So if you have a grievance, you're holding something that you believe or imagined is wrong in your heart, and it's blocking you from allowing you to be who you truly are, which is the light of the world. So my grievances hide the light of the world in me. It doesn't allow your light to shine. You're holding a grievance against someone or against a situation or against yourself, and then you are not allowing your light to shine. You are not allowing yourself to be happy. You're not allowing yourself to be at peace. You're only in fear. The best way to put it. You're in fear, and you're not allowing your peace and your love and your happiness to shine through. The light is blocked by the grievance. So in this lesson, that is what it is trying to remind us, that grievances hide the light of the world in you. You're not allowing your wholeness and true self to come through and shine through. And it gives us 3 applications to use for the idea. So let me not use this as a block to sight. So when you have a certain situation happen to you, you can either let it dwell on it and not allow your interpretation of that situation to come from love. It more than likely will come from fear, and so that when it does, then you block your true self from coming through, and you block your true sight from seeing the situation from a perception of love. So that is what the first one is telling you. Let me not use this as a block to sight. So when you come in a situation that blocks you, remember, you can choose. Another form is the light of the world will shine all this away. So if you focus on your light and you let that come forward instead of the grievance that you're holding, then it'll wash it away. The light in you, the happiness in you, the love in you that never goes away will shine everything away. It will let everything that you are seeing with your human eyes become insignificant, and you will be able to see it as an illusion, and you will be able to move forward in love and in peace and in happiness in that state versus the state of being in fear. Okay, now the last form that they have is I have no need for this, I want to see. And that's what we want to also reemphasize to ourselves, that what we truly want to do is see things with true vision, not see things through eyes of fear. You know, we interpret a lot of our experiences here in the world through eyes of fear, judging it through fear, and not allowing our true selves, our true light to shine through, and true vision to allow us to see the peace and the happiness and the love that truly exists instead of the illusion. So that's what this lesson is trying to remind us, to focus and to realize that the light is within us, and the only thing that can block it is our grievances. Okay, excuse me, that was lesson 69. Now let's go to lesson 70. My salvation comes from me. Okay, this is an important one. I think all lessons are important, but I like this one too. My salvation comes from me. What this means is basically that everything that you need to be happy and to be at peace and to be in the state of love comes from within. It doesn't come from exterior things or people or experiences. You can try to find it there. You can try to have a wonderful relationship with a person, or a wonderful experience, or a materialistic thing that you want to have. All those things will temporarily make you happy. But ultimately, your salvation comes from within. The only way you can be truly happy and truly at peace and truly in love is from within. And we spend our lives looking outwards and trying to find it outside of ourselves. And the truth is, we're never going to find it, because it comes from within. And we have to come to that realization on our own, that it takes us opening ourselves up and allowing us to see what we truly are and realize that salvation comes from within. It comes from you connecting to your source, which is God, which is in you. So that is what this lesson is trying to remind us, that salvation comes from within. And there are a few forms that they give us to use is, let this not tempt me to look away from me for my salvation. So that is a reiteration of what I just said a few seconds ago, which is, don't look outside of yourself for something to make you happy, because you more than likely are doing that right now. So when you do see something that makes you extremely happy or makes you feel at peace, remind yourself that although that is making you happy and at peace, it's not really what you really want. And you need to not lose focus and realize, let this not tempt you to look away from where the salvation really comes from. It comes from within. So although the experience or the person you're dealing with or the situation is wonderful and is giving you lots of joy. True joy and true happiness comes from within, and that's where you should be focusing on. Okay. Now, the next one is, I will not let this interfere with my awareness of the source of my salvation. Repeating the same thing comes from within. Happiness comes from within. Love comes from within. Peace comes from within. When you allow exterior experiences, people come from the outside of you to make you feel that way, it's wonderful, but it's not really going to give you that true peace that you're searching for. So just remember that. And I know that's hard because we want to have these experiences. We want to feel happy with individuals, experiences, and just the illusion is so overwhelming sometimes, and it fills you, but it doesn't truly fill you. It's temporary. Remember, anything that's real will never end. Everything that is not real has an expiration date. People have an expiration date. Experiences have an expiration date. Things have an expiration date. All the things outside of yourself have an expiration date. What's truly inside of you has no expiration date. It goes on forever. And that's where you should be looking for true happiness, true peace, and true love. Okay, and the last one is, this has no power to remove salvation from me. So, as we can tell, the Course repeats a lot to drive it into our minds, to help us shift our focus and help us shift our thinking. And so it's driving in it again and saying, this has no power to remove salvation from me. So whatever experience, whatever person, they have no power. Anything exterior outside of you has no power to remove the true salvation that comes from within you and that is always there and that you always have access to. Once you're able to allow yourself to see that and to truly believe it, then it brings this level of peace and joy, and you see the world with different eyes. You see the world through true vision, and all you see is love. And it's a beautiful thing to see that. So join me as I do these lessons today. Let's remind ourselves that the review is basically the same for all our practice periods. We have long practice period and short practice periods still. And the long practice periods are 15 minutes on focusing on the 2 ideas for the day, and doing your best to read over the different applications that they have and try and apply them to your life however you can. And then shorter practice periods throughout the day, doing the same thing, just not as long, maybe a few minutes versus 15 minutes. Okay? So do your best. Remember, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's that you do it, and you get out of it what you want to get out of it. So I hope you do them, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Try to shift your mind to see that everything comes from within, and what you truly want is that. Have a wonderful day. I love you all, and thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.